Hello everyone, welcome to Global Government News. Today is August 4th, 2010. This is the last of the videos I'll be producing for today, and this is just a general news bulletin. I'm going to blitz through, so let's get started. This first article is from the Washington Post, and it's titled, North Korea Threatens to Retaliate Against South Korea. There was an explosion where I believe it was a South Korean ship that exploded, and they didn't know if it was North Korea, if it was South Korea, but basically it came down to being a mine. They didn't know if it was a torpedo, if they were attacked, or what. But so this is kind of like the fallout from it, and it says, South Korea, North Korea's military threatened strong physical retaliation against planned South Korean naval drills near their disputed sea border and warned civilian ships should stay away from the area. South Korea plans to hold 5-day naval drills, or a 5-day naval drills, in the Yellow Sea, including exercises near the border beginning Thursday in response to a deadly March sinking of a South Korean warship blamed on North Korea. So there you go. 46 sailors were killed. Like I said, North Korea is claiming that it's a mine. They didn't shoot anything at them. Pyongyang vehemently denies downing the 1,200-ton GGN and has asked to send its own investigators to examine the results of the probe into the sinking. Seoul has rejected the request and says North Korea will, quote, counter the reckless naval firing projected by the group of traitors with strong physical retaliation, the military said Tuesday in a statement carried by Pyongyang official Korean Central News Agency. The military also warned civilian ships to stay away from the maritime border. The western maritime border has long been a flashpoint between two Koreas. Between the North does not recognize the border unilaterally drawn by the United Nations at the close of the 1950-53 Korean War. And you would think that this was only South Korea, because it says their planned South Korean naval drills, right? Oh, but no. Officials predict success of the U.S.-South Korea exercise. Could be tough to gauge. You like that? Stars and Stripes, July 27th, 2010. It says that's the board the USS Curtin Wilbur. Message accomplished? That's the question many will ask after Invincible Spirit, the 4-day joint military exercise the U.S. and South Korea have staged off the east coast of the Korean peninsula, draws to a close Wednesday. About 8,000 service members, 20 ships and submarines, and 200 aircraft were sent to the Sea of Japan to send a message of strength and deterrence to North Korea after the North's alleged role in the March 26 sinking of the South Korean patrol ship Shannon, and the death of 46 of its sailors. So there you go. So I just wanted to point out that what I'm getting at is the smells and reeks of false flag terrorism, right? Whether it was a mine that they put there. And when I say false flag, I don't mean North Korea attacking themselves. I'm talking about the U.S. and South Korea attacking themselves. And now you have this exercise, and they're basically stiffening their muscles, saying, what are you going to do? And this is just another article confirming what I just read. And it says North Korea vows to attack South Korea over naval drill. And this is from A3 2010. It said, in a move that could further escalate tensions on North Korea peninsula, North Korea on Tuesday vowed to launch a, quote, physical counterattack to thwart a proposed South Korean naval drill. See, they keep saying it's a South Korean naval drill. No, it's not. Here it says, meanwhile, so there's two different things going on. Meanwhile, the anti-submarine exercise to take place from August 5th to the 9th will also involve forces from the South Korean Army, Air Force, and Marine Corps. And it says last week, here it goes, South Korean and U.S. military held a joint 4-day naval and air readiness exercise off the eastern coast of Korea, which were meant to send a strong message to North Korea. The Invincible Spirit exercise involved around 8,000 troops, 200 aircraft, 20 frigates and submarines, besides an array of fighter aircraft from the U.S. Air Force, as well as those belonging to the South Korean Air Force, participated in the drill. Then I read further down here at the end of this, and it says the joint exercises are to run throughout the course of the year in the joint South Korea U.S. Ulchi Freedom Guardian military drills are slated for August 16th and 26th. So they're just going to keep doing this. They're going to just keep doing this, egging North Korea on, and most likely, like Vietnam, they'll just allow one of the U.S. or the South will allow. Or the South Korea will allow one of their ships or submarines to be attacked, or they'll set off a mine, or whatever they got to do. I don't know if they'll actually do that, but that's just how the way these people think and the way this group operates. Instead of just attacking somebody and taking responsibility for it, no, they like to manipulate and coerce other countries that are not as powerful as them, and basically get them to be attacked, and then you go in to help them. See how that works? Press TV, August 4th, 2010, South Korea vows response if attacked. South Korea has warned the North against any provocations during an upcoming military exercise in the Yellow Sea amid simmering tensions in the Korean peninsula. Seoul military officials say they are ready to respond if Pyongyang forces attack during the South's military drills. Of course, they got the freaking whole Western Naval, Air Force, and Marine Corps on their side. The 5-day naval exercise is scheduled to start on Thursday. Our military will keep close eye on our enemy, be ready under any circumstances during the training, and we will not tolerate any type of provocation. Navy Rear Admiral Kim Kyung-sik told a briefing on Wednesday in Seoul. And this article from 2 days ago, I just had to post it again. I just thought about this since they're running exercises down there. The U.S., Canada plan joint exercise with the Russian Air Force. U.S. and Russian fighter jets will take part in a joint exercise this month for the first time, shadowing a mock hijack airliner over the United States. Like that, guys? And this is called Vigilant Eagle. So, and the only reason for me including that in this is because when the powers that be use our governments as a springboard to basically keep their empire growing, and they use false flag terrorism, and the methods of doing that, like I explained before, about using weaker countries and to as kind of like as leverage and allow them to be attacked by another big country, and then you go in and aid them. See, that's their strategy. But when they have these exercises, that's usually a telltale sign that that they're planning a false flag, or they're just covering their asses in case they do decide to go forward with whatever operation or plans that they have. It'll coincide, a real event like 9/11 will coincide with the grounding of flights by NORAD because they had an exercise before. Okay, this is from the Washington Times. Bombers' missiles could end Iran nukes. Bombers' missiles could end Iran nukes. Pentagon has plans for attack. The Washington Times. This is from August 2nd, 2010. This is from the Asia Times Online. Obama drops pledge on Iraq. 17 months after President Barack Obama pledged to withdraw all combat brigades from Iraq by September 1st, 2010, he quietly abandoned that pledge on Monday, admitting implicitly that such combat brigades would remain until the end of 2011. An official who spoke with the Inter-Press Service on conditions that his statements would be attributed to a senior administration official acknowledged that the 50,000 U.S. troops remaining in Iraq beyond the deadline would have the same combat capabilities as the combat brigades that have been withdrawn. So Obama used we're going to end the combat mission in Iraq, and he's playing word games. Doesn't mean they're going to withdraw the troops. They just ended the mission. Finishing up, should videotaping the police really be a crime? And this is from the mainstream propaganda, Times, CNN. Please check that out from August 4th. Feds admit storing checkpoint body scan images, telling us something that we already know. Oh, welcome to 1984. Please check out this activistpost.com, The Ultimate Betrayal, Police and Military Working Together to Oppress Americans. Is it a phone? Is it a taser? No, it's a cattle prod. Novel explanation for mobile stun gun. Another one, Saudi Arabia beats United Arab Emirates to BlackBerry ban. Oh, the Obama administration plans to send $600 million to help unemployed homeowners avoid foreclosure. $23 trillion later, and this is what they give homeowners, $600 million. Reuters, private sector job growth remains tepid. Tax cuts for the wealthy and the poor will continue. Thank you for joining me, everyone.